and say how you doing today. How you doing today? Y'all already know I am your host, Lacey G. Soldier Turner, and today I have a very special guest with me. You know what I'm saying? He causes some controversy with a song he got. You know what I'm saying? He gonna clear that up, but we gonna talk about that a little later. But you know what I'm saying? Been putting it down in this city, so we about to bring him up here right now. We have the wonderful, amazing, talented Zachary Scott Cooper, aka Z Truth. Welcome to the platform.
What's up, St. Louis? What's up, man? How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. You already know it's Saturday morning. We about to get this bug cracking.
Let's get it cracking.
So, so let the people know about you. So, my first question to you: where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised on the south side of Chicago on 63rd and Honorary, Inglewood. Up until the age of maybe from 3 to 13, when I grasped life at about 13, I ended up moving to the east side of Chicago on the 69th and Jeffrey. And that's where I stayed from 13 up until like 22, 23 years old.
Okay. So, let me ask you this. I saw that you was a ward of the state. So I know you went through your highs and lows. So, can you tell the people about that?
So yes, so when I mentioned previously that I was um, on 69th and Jeffrey, that's the group home I was in. I was a ward of the state, so I grew up never knowing my mother or father or my siblings, and I had my highs, I had my lows in life as a kid. But when I was like 13 years old, I was able to go to a group home on the southeast side of Chicago called Sullivan House. And that's when I grasped life, and those people took care of me and they showed me love. And I went to a public school and I did normal things as a teenager should do. And still going through the highs and lows of being a teenager and all of that. It wasn't peaches and cream, but it was good. It was safe. And I still keep in touch with some of those people from that era of my life today.
Okay. So I know so that you did live in Atlanta also. So can you tell the people like experiencing that what is the difference between Chicago versus Atlanta?
So my experience with Chicago versus Atlanta, um, Chicago rough, man.
Mm,
Chicago rough. Atlanta, I've been to Atlanta quite a few times. I've got friends in Atlanta, and it's a different vibe. Not saying that everybody here in Chicago is bad because it's bad everywhere you go, right?
mm,
Uh,
mm,
and I just feel that it's a change.
mm.
Definitely a change here in Chicago. Atlanta, a lot of people are leaving here to go to Atlanta.
Like see you later.
We out of here on to the ATL. I do love to party and visit. I have friends and family in the ATL, so I definitely consider that to be part of one of my homes because I know like Bulldogs and the clubs down there are dope.
Mm,
So yeah, Atlanta is good. The people down there in the Southern hospitality,
mm.
that like they like to serve you and cater to you. Like you go to restaurants, the waiters enjoy catering to you. You go to your friend's house, they enjoy actually fixing you dinner, fixing your plate. So it's a whole different style of hospitality.
Mm. So that word is real when they say Southern hospitality.
Still in the South.
So if it's Chicago, they just get your food. Here you go.
Man,
Leave. No.
say that, they get on me. Chicago's a good place. We got some real good stuff here. Um, it's just, man, me personally, I be on the lookout, man. 100, man. I'll be on the lookout. And I guess what? If I don't need to be there, I ain't gonna be there.
Said if I need to be there, I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
You like Harold's chicken?
I
I
love
went down there and had some Harold's chicken.
You cannot be born and raised in Chicago and not have you some good old Harold's chicken. You need to do a 6 piece with mild sauce, lemon pepper, the whole works on there.
Okay, so look, Zitru, let me ask you this. I want to go back to what you said a little bit about you know, the group home, the Sullivan House, and you said it was 10 boys lived in one house. So, how was that like living with, I guess, 10 different people?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you this.
Mhm,
Everybody. needs to, if you don't have that type, if you don't have structure in your life, somebody needs to give you structure, that's the best for you, because let me tell you why. You get to, one, identify with who you are, learning who you are through these other people. You build friendships, you build kinships. You know, this guy that's sitting next to me in the same boat I'm in, we both don't have our parents. Why wouldn't we be good friends? Or why wouldn't we become brothers? Why wouldn't we become just good people with each other, right?
Yeah.
So you grow up in an environment like that, and it's just these people you're gonna know the rest of your life.
Facts.
And it's not our fault that we didn't have our parents. You know what I'm saying? When I tell people, don't even know this about Z Truth. I don't tell that to everybody that I don't know my parents. You
Mm,
don't know that unless I verbally communicate that to you. Is because I chose not to be a product of that environment, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So I chose to make avenues and make ways. I'm very resourceful and outgoing, and I've let that work for me for life.
Mm,
You know.
okay.
So it was good. I definitely enjoyed that experience. I didn't have I had fun too, man.
Mm,
And gave us an experience that we didn't have in our own homes. Like we had our own telephone in our bedroom.
mm,
So we got to cook in the kitchen when we wanted to, just like you at your mom's house hanging out. We
yeah.
and he treated us well, definitely for me speaking, because I guess I was a kid that required that. He definitely adopted me to be his son, the director, Bill Green, aka Budgie. Shout out to you, Budge.
Mm.
Much love.
Yeah, because you all usually you hear like horror stories about group home, but you say you had a great experiences. And
And you know what? Let me be transparent with you. There was some dark moments.
okay.
There were absolutely some dark moments, but you know, coming up, I guess I was always ahead of the game mentally. You know how some stuff just come with the territory, and you just kind of know how to what to expect and how to maneuver and how to maneuver. I knew how to do that as a kid to a degree. I
Gotcha.
caught in the web, but I definitely knew how to maneuver.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you still have any connection, I guess, with your biological family?
So that's a good question. So recently, maybe within the last 2 to 3 years, I did a ancestry.com kit,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to connect with my cousin uh, that I genuinely have a good relationship with. Two of them, Marvin and Aisha. Shout out to y'all. It's a bunch of them. My auntie Rose, I was able to connect with them. Unfortunately, right before I actually ended up meeting my family in 2012, I believe it was. I could be right. Yeah, the 12. My mom passed. My biological mom passed.
Wow.
So if I had did that kit a little earlier, and look, let me tell you, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, bought this kit for me. I let it sit for so long before I decided to use it.
Mm,
Fear of what I was gonna find out. But
mm,
some one day just told me like, yo, give it what you got. And I did. And I'm so glad that I did, because I met people that really did know my mom. They told me stories. I kind of know where I get my personality from and my OCD and things like that. You know, it's it's there.
yes. Hey, look, I did ancestry.com too, probably like I'm gonna say I think like 2 or 3 years they had a 50% off. So I was like, let me go ahead and do it. So
Yeah.
feel y'all, my family members been hitting me up and everything too. So I definitely feel you. So but let me switch gears right quick. So how did you get into music? What made you want to start doing music?
Okay. So you got time to hear this little quick story.
Do it.
Okay. So I had been running from this situation since 2000. My manager, who is my manager now, Peter Rabbit Jr., shout out to him. He's in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
And he's a friend of mine, and he wanted me to do a record a long time ago. I kept pushing it off. Well, finally, I went to a Janet concert, bro, in May 23. I went to go get some cigarettes with no name on them. And I end up making a phone call. He said, yeah, come here. I end up going there, but when I go in there, it's a recording studio.
Okay.
Immediately something came over me. I don't know. And people think I'm crazy when I tell this story. I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to do a record. Now, look, I'm in this place getting these cigarettes with no name on it, right?
Uh-huh.
I decide that I'm going to write Me and my best friend Twin, shout out to Twin Rossi, who is actually on that record, Queen. We wrote a hook and a verse. Mind you, it's like maybe 12 in the afternoon, 2 o'clock. The concert's at 7. We stayed there, had a few cigarettes, and wrote and recorded.
That's crazy.
And so I realized that it sounded good. And I really went and I told him, I said, if I do a record, I want to do a diss track, do a gay diss track. I just love Tupac. I love when I think of rap with men rap, although I am a gay rapper, I think of men that rap like Too Short, Ice Cube, Easy E, DOC, Pimp C, 8 Ball, MJG. You know, the list goes on. LL, Busta Rhymes. I don't want to leave all good, but those are
Eminem.
absolutely love.
Hold on, look at you. Hold on, you finna get into it. So let me set it up first. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and set it up. Okay.
I love those type of rappers, and you will hear my attitude in my music that way. If you think so, you heard Queen.
Hold on, Z Truth. Hold on. Let me set it up for you since we finna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So we finna talk about the controversial song where the people thought you were coming at the community. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was in the uproar. The song Queen. So I'm giving you the platform now. Go ahead and break it down.
Okay, so let me say this, and let me be very transparent in this interview with you, Lacey.
Okay.
I have the utmost respect and love for the entire gay community around the globe. Okay, I'm a gay rapper. That is impossible for me to diss the whole entire community, but I will tell you this and be transparent. There's 4 to 5 people directly in my circle that crossed me. I decided to just write a record. One that I gave employment to. Like these were heavy hitters. I even had a friend send a good friend of mine, a real good friend of mine, their genitalia. And you know me and this person is friends.
Wow.
I wrote this record because one, I was angry when I went in the studio. It's a true story. I honestly feel like the one guy that I gave employment to, I don't know about calling his name, but let's just say Freddie. Freddie's a cross dresser. And I let Freddie work for me and I gave Freddie a job and I helped Freddie a long time. And that relationship went sour. So these are about personal individuals in my circle. And I still could, unleash the dragon in my Cisco voice and tell more, but I'm gonna be respectful. But it's definitely not to the whole entire gay community. Please, you guys that are watching this interview, that record Queen is about the people that was in my circle that crossed me. I decided to write a record about it and to profit from it. And it's working. And thank everybody who's been supporting the record because I'm getting mixed waves about it. I'm getting inboxes from heterosexual women saying they feel that way about issues that they had with their man. Real. And then I'm getting people like my good girlfriend Gayla, and she actually influenced me. Gayla did. Shout out to you, Gayla. Influenced me to get this interview and do this interview and put it out to the streets and let people know, like, hey, no, I'm not dissing the gay community because guess what? I have a twist to my music and I need both communities to support my music. You understand me? My music is universal for everybody. I want people to live in their truth when they hear my music. So Gayla pushed me to get this interview. So I want to clear that up. No, it's just about those 4 or 5 people in my circle that crossed me to the max. I wrote a record about it. And there's also Queen 2 that I have in the vault because it's more to the whole little story. I'm just being respectful and not calling names. But I will say again, I can't say it enough. It's not to the whole, I love the gay community. I actually love, love, love the gay community. Like it is what it is. And anything that you are part of, you should not be ashamed. I'm very confident as an artist. I'm very confident as a personal individual outside of being an artist. So I'm just comfortable with being me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. What made you create the title of the song Queen? Like what made you go with that title?
Look, let me tell you how I get out in Chi Town, man. These niggas be capping, man. These niggas be But when you do little stuff, man, I'm a Virgo. I note stuff, and don't like the way certain people move, and I feel like this. They say that word because I do use these words in my record. They say those words.
How did you come up with the name Queen?
So, man, listen, St. Louis. I be watching how people move around me. And I feel like if me and you got a friendship, why make it go bad? Why do anything to jeopardize that friendship? Why rattle that, right? So I just feel like, here in Chicago, that's what they queens. You know what I'm saying? That's a little queen. That means stay away from. Nobody wants to be around a little queen. you know. So that's pretty much what that is. We just came up with that. And actually, let me give, one thing about me, Lacey, I have to be transparent through this interview. And I have to give people their props because it was not just me.
Okay.
So I want to say that shout out to Kevin Roberts, which is my best friend, aka Twin Rossi. He actually came up with the hook. And we elaborated on that, and then I wrote the verses to it. And then we end up writing Queen Part 2. I end up writing Queen Part 2 because the guy who originally was going to be in the video with me, his name is Spaz, actually spazzed out on me. So spazzed out on me. So that relationship went sour. So Queen 2 is actually about that individual along with Queen 1. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you do things like that and you don't have the genuine friendship that you should with another individual. I don't think that's right. And I don't phony kick it, bro.
Yeah.
I don't do that. And it's black or white with me, no shades of gray. I'm a Virgo. You keep it real with me and keep it 100 with me, I will give you $1 million and the coat off my back. Look us up. We the life of the party.
The Virgos.
Yes.
Okay. So let me switch gears on this one. So I also see that you got another song on top. Can you tell me about that song?
I'm excited about this particular record for so many different reasons. And let me say this. When I choose these beats, these are not beats that I just randomly hear and I'm like, yeah, let me flow to that. If the beat doesn't have an undertone for my raspy voice, because that beat has to be catchy, because my voice is weird. Sometimes it's really Barry White. Then sometimes it sounds maybe a little queenish. You know what I'm saying? So I have to make sure that I keep it even, Steven, and I like the deepness of my voice. So that record uh, is special to me because I had the mixer, the beat maker, come up with an old school, just a feel. Like I wanted an old school feel with a hip hop kick to it, and he came up with that, and it was perfect. And I just started flowing to it, and I named it On Top because clearly, you hear what I'm talking about in the record, and who don't want that enjoyment? You feel what I'm saying?
That's right.
Just like to talk mess. I talk a lot of crap in my records. So let's be clear on that. My music is to make you feel good and have fun. Even the sad music that I write is to make you still be like, okay, and still kind of get a good feeling out of feeling sad at the moment, just because you're hearing that good groove. And I'm telling the truth. Like all of the records that I'm dropping, I experiences that I've had personally, or something that I'm indulging in now. Uh, so On Top, like I say, is special, and it's a dope beat behind it. You got the one and only Lenny Williams singing behind that. Like, how dope is that?
Super
And you got me, Z Truth, Chi-Town's Turn Up Kid, just giving you a nice little flow. I like to take small words and put them to dope beats, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I like the old school rappers. So some of these young guys might not be ready for my style. You know what I'm saying? Because of the way I'm coming.
Yeah.
And shout out to all the rappers because it's enough out here for all of us to get it. I don't take away from nobody's talent or their credit because we all out here trying to get a bag. But if some people really getting that bag, I'm trying to get your level.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Okay, I saw that your name used to be DJ Z Man. So what made you change that from that to Z Truth?
So, okay, so for legal purposes, I changed my name to Z Truth because um, I was having problems with another artist. Like on Apple, they would always tell me they would see that particular artist and not me. And so that was beginning to mess with, I guess you want to say, sales of the record.
Mhm.
So I end up changing my name to Z Truth. I own that name, and now everything is up under that particular name now.
Okay.
On top is out now. If you guys would like to go hear that, it's on all social media streamings. On top, featuring Lenny Williams, me, Z Truth, Chi-Town's Turn Up Kid. Yeah, please go check the record out and leave your comments. If you follow me throughout this little project, you're going to catch what's going on, and I'm going to ask these questions, and then you're going to be able to go and come get in a video with us or either take the out of town trip with us. So
Mm,
please pay
dope.
attention to the project. I'm telling a story.
Mm. It's dope. That's dope. So
Yes.
let me ask you this. I also see that you own a cleaning service and also work for the Chicago Public Schools during the day. So can you tell me about those?
Okay, so yes, I am what you call a professional custodian for the Chicago public school system. I do that during the day. That's what pay the bills outside of my side hustle. I've also been in business for myself for like 8 years now. I own a cleaning service called Dirt Be Gone, and I also own an outdoor movie theater that I will bring and set up in your yard. Um,
Mm,
I started out as a DJ. That's how it became DJ Z Man, correct?
mhm.
So that entity was added to my business, but the music has taken over. I have not been DJing in a while. Do I miss it? Yes and no to a degree. Will I still do it? Yes, I actually have a party booked on the 18th of May, so people still reach out to me. But the music right now is my first love. I have employees for my cleaning service, and they are absolutely phenomenal. And I'm there as well. I'm not just somebody who owns a business and does not have my hands in the pot. I'm definitely hands on with my employees. And yeah, so if you guys need your home cleaned, I'm here in Chicago. The name of it is Dirt Be Gone Cleaning Service. You guys can look me up on my Facebook and my Instagram. My Instagram is ZTruth920, and I'm Zachary Cooper, I believe, on Facebook. Nickname is Z Truth.
Okay. So let me ask you this. You've been doing your thing for a long time. On your journey, what would you say has been your greatest challenge?
I'm gonna keep it, 100 with you. So when I first started recording last year in May, one thing about me, Lacey, is that I'll know you're playing the fool with me, and I'll go along with it until I've gotten what I needed to get, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So I went through the rigmarole with the engineer. All it was just money hungry. That I had an issue with because I'm trying to create the music, and it was just the dollar amount. That was my hardest challenge. Like really realizing that these engineers, if you don't catch them in the clutch, they're not gonna do you right.
Mhm.
Making the music is not a problem at my home doing that. Like if I purchase the beats or I have someone send me beats, I write until that beat is completely rolled out, and I don't go in the studio until it's time to record. And plus, what I have here at home, if I want to practice, I have that set up. So my challenge rate with that is dealing with engineers thus far. And I've been good now because I have a great engineer now. That was when I first started in May recording. I was having that money issue, but I don't have that now.
Gotcha. Okay. And the flip side of that, what would you say has been your greatest accomplishment?
Bro, the greatest accomplishment is that I put two records out and it ain't been a year. I put out two good records that are fun, that are catchy. It's leaving controversy. I'm sorry about the negative controversy that it's getting, but now that we've cleared the air, it's good. It's good. Like I say, I love the gay community. It's good. Those were about people in my personal circle. And I dropped two records. Some people do music, man. Independent artists do music, and every time you see them, what you doing, man? I'm working on music, and ain't nothing produced or nothing out. I work hard, and I make connections with people, and I'm persistent.
Mm,
That part. And I'm passionate about what I do. It's a difference. Like I don't want to come across as a bully, but I'm very passionate, and I'm very serious about the people that I work with in my circle creating music.
mm. So let me ask you this. What advice would you give to like someone in the gay community who wants to start doing music but may be afraid or anything? What advice can you give them?
You know what? I will say this. Get First of all, get with engineers that are open-minded engineers that don't mind dealing with your art.
Mhm.
Your what's quirky to somebody else is top notch to another person. It's art. Now let me say this. Also to get your paperwork right.
Mhm.
Make sure that you got a manager that's gonna make sure your paperwork right and read everything. Don't be so quick to sign and don't be so quick to just throw a record out because you can throw a record out. Make sure it's clean. Make
Right,
sure it's catchy. Make sure it's really sounding like a single. You want it to
right,
sound good, and you want the people that's working with you to have your dream as if it was theirs, if that makes sense.
facts.
You know? So I think that's the best advice. And I'm only telling you what I go by. Like I only deal with people now that see the vision that I'm doing. I only deal with people that like good music like I do. Bro, when I tell you I got some stuff up my sleeve, I got stuff up my sleeve.
Okay, okay. So do you have anything else coming up that you want to promote?
So this is what I have going on. I'm going to give you a short rundown of my music itinerary.
Okay.
So this month I just dropped a record called On Top. I'm sorry, right?
Mhm.
Next month I'm dropping another single. And this single, I can't tell you much about it, but I'm paying homage to one of my favorite artists.
Okay.
Okay. So and then we're gonna drop another single after that. So I have four singles that are gonna be out, correct?
Hmm.
All of those singles will not be on the album. I cannot speak much about the album, but I will tell you I am working on that every day. We're doing something to complete that job. And that's it. That's
Okay.
what I got going on. And it's all going to be new music. It's all going to be new music. Nothing that you guys are, the singles that I'm releasing will not be on the upcoming album. So I can't give you too much about the album. But yeah, I'm working on that and it's going to drop.
Okay. So one more time, let the people know where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Instagram under Z Truth 920. I'm Chi-Town's Turn Up Kid. You can find me on Facebook, I believe, up under my government, Zachary Cooper or Zachary Scott Cooper, I believe it is. And the nickname is Z Truth there. I'm Z Truth on TikTok. I'm Z Truth on Twitter, which is X now, and on
Mhm.
all social media platforms, even I believe YouTube as well.
Okay.
And I'm getting ready to drop a video too, so you guys stay tuned for my video. It's coming out. On Top is coming out. The cameraman just took me downtown Chicago and said, "Freestyle, go," and we did.
Okay. So my last question that I love to ask all my guests: when it is all said and done, and you are long gone from this earth, what is it that you want the people to know about Z Truth?
The people that honestly know Z Truth, that's two ways. The fans, I want them to know that I'm the turn up kid. And
Mhm.
it's always a good time with me, and it's always a party. And we're going to drop it like it's hot every time when we turn up because I'm that kind of guy, right? But to the personal people that know me as Z Truth, the personal, my family and my close friends that know me, just know I ain't for none.
Mhm.
No, I'm not for none, and know I got your best interest at heart. And know if you're in my circle, I genuinely love you. And guess what? You in my circle. I'm sure I've shown you I love you. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So what's understood don't need to be explained. If you close to me and we rocking, we know what it is. I
Mhm.
don't need to get a Martin King speech. You feel me?
There you go. All right, Mr. Z Truth, I appreciate you. Man. You done dropped a lot of jewels, a lot of knowledge, and I'm definitely gonna let you know when we drop this article, and I'm gonna send you a snippet of this also.
Oh, and also too, can I please give a couple of thank yous?
Oh, go ahead, handle your business.
I would like to thank a few people, and the first person I would like to thank is my whole entire glam squad who prepared me for this interview. My barber, the hairstylist, my mom who dressed me. I would like to thank my big cheerleader, my big sister LaDonna, and I would also like to send a shout out to all of my friends that know me, my family, my daughter, and a huge shout out to you, Lacey. Thank you. I appreciate you and also to the one who made this happen. This interview would not be even in the making if it was not for Rodney.
Salute, Rodney. Salute, Rodney.
Rodney, much love to you. I love you. Thank you for even giving me this opportunity. And Lacey, bro, I hope that we can do some more interviews because I got more good stuff coming up.
Oh yeah, hey, look, in the future we're gonna rock out for sure.
I would love that. And also, I would just like to give a shout out to my manager, my musical manager, Peter Rabbit Jr. And you guys can look him up on Instagram as well. He's doing a great job with me behind the scenes.
Okay. All right. Well, Mr. Z Truth, thank you. Look forward to your music. We're gonna talk soon. Have a good day.
Have a better day. Thank you.
All right, peace out.
God bless.